From Fred House Studios in Farmersville, California, it's Garbage Time Points with Mike.
In California, I'm like a 2. Alaska, though, I might be like an 8.
And Rick.
Let me get a t-shirt. Short, sweet, and slutty.
A Wizard Fart production.
This is Money Paco.
And now, here's Mike and Rick.
All right, everybody. Welcome back for another episode of Garbage Time Points with Mike and Rick. I am your Fantasy Football Hall of Famer, Mike. The guy next to me, that's Rick. How you doing, Rick?
I'm doing excellent, Mike. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing.
Num num. You're num num.
Num num. I'm doing.
Num num.
And of course, the guy on the other side of the table, that's Fredo. How you doing, Fredo?
I'm doing great.
Hey, Fredo just reminded us we probably should have done something a little better than this, I suppose, but it's our 100th episode.
Yay!
Hallelujah.
I mean, they all haven't been good. Mm-hmm. There's been some good moments, I guess, but I really wish that I had remembered, because I remember last time before we left, they're like, hey, next one's 100. Dude, we should really consider doing something, and then none of us did anything.
Yeah, toads forgot.
Yeah, me too, man. The kids love it. No, we forgot, though.
They were waiting for something, the kids.
It is what it is. But, yeah, we appreciate those of you who have been with us from the beginning. And any of you that are new, thanks. And those of you who left us, fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. But those of you who are still around, you can follow us on Twitter at GTP Mike and Rick, at Michael_Gaspar, at Richard_Raposa, at Half Zero, and at GTP Podcast. You can look for us on Facebook, search Garbage Time Points. We are on iTunes, and also go visit gtppodcast.com. Fredo, did you ever put that shirt out? How you said you were going to do it?
Not yet, no.
Specific to the area?
Blast it.
Do you need to do it right before Christmas?
Right before Christmas?
Like, well, that would be
You got
now.
to finger blast it.
That'd be now. Because, like, Christmas is coming up. You know, if it pops up in Vegas, it'd be like, that's going to be a nice little shirt for little Timmy.
It's got to be there in time, but I don't think it's going to be there in time now.
It might.
Nah. I'm holding out until they have this, because they got a sale going on right now. Mm-hmm. I want to wait till after the sale. So I can get more commission.
when does it? How long does it last?
Through Christmas, I'm
Is the
assuming.
sale on their end or your commission?
On
you make a commission off of
I
the
get a
profit.
percentage.
It's too bad you're not set.
So
You should have put that in your contract with the with the company. No matter what, I'm
sales
getting
did not
this.
apply to my commission.
Yeah. That's what you should have done.
a percentage of
Speaking of, I did actually get another Las Vegas Ritter sale today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good, man.
it without even trying.
Nope.
Does it tell you where?
No, that's what I'm kind
That'd be
of
cool.
bummed out about.
Yeah, that'd be cool if they did that. You should hit them up, though, and see if there's some kind of, like, grid that shows you where your sales are coming from.
Well, they have their own tracking.
But that'd be nice if that helped you.
They
because,
let you look at. They probably pay for. You have to probably pay for that kind of information.
I can set something up. I
Yeah.
gotta set up a Google Analytics account and then tie in my account number, and then it'll start tracking all that good
That's
stuff.
a lot of shit to do.
Yeah.
Dude, can you explain net neutrality to me? Because I'll be honest with you, everyone's really mad about it, and I kind of get the gist of it. Mm-hmm. But is it a fact that you're going to have to pay for bundles, or is that just what they're predicting?
That's what they're predicting, but in the long run, I wouldn't be surprised that they would do that. And another thing, too, is like you have, say, AT&T, right? AT&T is an internet service provider. Mm-hmm. AT&T bought DirecTV. Well, instead of like, all right, I got Netflix. I'm paying $10 a month for Netflix and watching all my movies, whatever I want to watch there. AT&T can see that and be like, well, you know what? We're going to slow the internet streaming for Netflix specifically so that you're going to be watching shitty quality movies. And they're going to be offering, hey, why not just stream DirecTV for the same amount and you'll get faster connection and better quality picture.
They're going to use it to their advantage.
And then same thing with Comcast. Comcast will handle the same shit.
Yeah. I mean, I see why that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much controlling your
Big companies have the advantage.
Yeah.
controlling your traffic, and then not only that, they'll be able to control the ads that are being displayed on your website.
That's why,
too.
like, a lot of startup companies.
Yeah, but they already do that.
Well, that's why.
Well, they'll take it to the extreme. Say
Yeah.
AT&T does like, oh, well, Comcast is over here trying to put
There's
in
still
ads.
rules and
We're gonna block
regulations.
it out.
Oh, I'm just talking like sometimes you can just be having a random conversation to say molasses, and the next thing you know,
Yeah.
one of the ads you see on your phone is
You
like,
know,
sweet granny's molasses.
They're talking
And you're
about
like,
it
what the
as
fuck?
an actual strategic point, because even like startup companies, like small little, they're saying that they can't do it because all the big companies are just gonna they're gonna
hike up
stomp
the
them
price
out,
for
yeah,
them to be able to
have to
advertise for it.
everything. So like it's gonna affect everybody.
Yeah.
And I mean, like he said, the biggest thing, not the biggest thing, but the biggest thing that people will be able to see right away is their internet speed. Because, like you said, companies are just going to crank it down and force you to buy the upgrade.
Yeah, and my wiener.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, that's like pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
But
You know, Fredo, have you seen Get Out? I know Rick hasn't. Rick never watches movies.
yes, I have.
So, like, I heard all that commotion.
Yeah, I saw Bad Moms.
It's so funny though, 'cause it's like
2 weeks in a row.
But like he brought up the fact that he saw Bad Moms and nobody said anything, and then a little bit later he brought it up again, and it was like, no, I've never seen these all surprisingly good.
Dude, I didn't expect it to be that good.
I think you were just there was hot girls in it, dude.
Yeah,
I think it just helps out a lot that Mila Kunis is hot.
But
Doesn't
they're-
necessarily mean it was good.
Nah, but they're funny. I think those kind of girls are funny. Like that kind of humor, like that.
cute girls.
No. Like the way, like you got to see the kind of humor that they have. Like it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I don't know, but get back to the original point here.
Get out.
So, like, they had this commotion about Jordan Peele not getting nominated for Best Director or something like that. I don't know if you heard
Okay.
about that at the Golden
No.
Globes.
No.
So, yeah, they had that going on, and I had that on my DVR for the longest time, man, and I watched it. Dude, like, that is actually to me, that is a good horror movie, man. It's not the
suspenseful where you're waiting for
but that
something.
is suspenseful because I felt tension from the very start of the movie. And that's weird because I don't get like that with movies. It's not like your normal, because nowadays horror movies are all
The shock.
the shock.
The shock.
Yeah. What is paranormal? Everything's paranormal now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the shock is there, but everything's just like, oh, there's an entity in here.
But it's all about, for me, like they always try to just use the scare moment too much. Like it's
Yeah.
where like you just like
This is more based on an idea, dude, and
Yeah.
And I know you haven't seen it.
But I know what it's about.
Yeah, but
I know
you
what
should
it's
actually
about.
watch it because I'd heard bits and pieces of what it was, and man, that is a damn good movie, dude.
Why do you think it got the publicity and like the
Yeah.
praise that it got?
Yeah.
Like, dude, wasn't it like one of the only like almost 100% on Rotten Tomatoes? Like
Yeah.
it's up there like as far as like.
Well, no, it was close because they had that Lady Bird movie that just came
Oh,
out,
yeah,
and that
that's
was like the
only-
highest rated of
yeah.
all time. But this was pretty
one
close
of their,
there.
yeah.
But it's the kind of movie that makes you look differently at white people. it does, man.
Yeah.
It really does. Like it makes you just like look at white people like, wow.
I mean, I mean,
But
I'm
I'm telling you, I mean, oh man,
I've had that
I don't want to give it
suspicion
away
for a
because I
long
think
time,
I think that you
so-
should watch it and see what we're talking about, man. But like that right there
Like, it
is
shouldn't
a
surpri-
scary thought, right?
Would you say it's like kind of that sensation you have, like say you have a bee on your hand and you can't do nothing about it, just look at it and see if it bites you or not, or stings you?
Maybe. I just thought of it more of like, dude, I can actually feel what this guy is feeling. Like he's in this constant state of like, dude, what the fuck is going on
But
here?
dude, being white and growing up in Exeter, you didn't like have people
Yeah.
people tell you things that
But-
like made you uncomfortable. Because like, I mean, I don't know if it's like just maybe me or something. I don't know if I give off the vibe that like, but like people tell me things that like. You're just like, dude, like if there was a person of color around, like you would not be saying these things, and I do not agree with you. Like
Yeah.
you haven't gotten that like in your life growing up around here,
Well, they all pretty much knew that I was half Mexican.
so they didn't. Okay, because I'm Italian and Portuguese, and and like there's the joke that people think I'm Mexican, which they do.
There's not a joke. You started that joke.
No, Mauricio witnessed it. No. I get it all the time, but I'm a white boy, and so like I said, people feel very comfortable telling me things, and I've had to say many times, like, dude, I do not share those views.
Yeah.
I do not think that way. Like,
It's not. it's not the views in the movie. I mean, like, you know that they're there, but that's not what the movie is.
I get it, but
it's not the views.
They take it to another. But
you just gotta watch it.
Yeah, you have to watch it because I don't want to
but-
give it away, dude. Like, I think it's that good that you would actually watch it and be like, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because the idea behind the whole mix-up, I guess you could say, is just insane, and you're just like, man, I could actually see that happening because that could happen. You know, that actually could happen. Not like, here's a ghost from behind a door, and it threw you across the room, and shit like that. You know, it's actually good. And then at the end of it, you're like, dude, that would be crazy. What the fuck would you even do?
Well, that's why movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Jaws and things like that, those do so well and scare so many people because
you don't have to think.
Yeah, it's something that is that could really happen. That is real in your face. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre did happen. They might have exaggerated it to a point, but like it's right in your face.
Well,
it's
they
right
just took
there.
pieces of
real life.
serial killers and put it together, and then they were just like, "Here's a superhuman guy."
Yeah.
But watch that movie. If you haven't watched it, go watch it, and then you'll see why people were upset that he didn't get the nod for it.
Well, it just even female directors in general, with even or not general, but like female directors too, with like Wonder Woman and all these, strong, powerful women, woman-based movies. They all got shut out.
Yeah,
they got a big fat zero.
Yeah, but superhero movies don't usually do that type of thing.
But they get supporting, and they get all. They might not get best.
What's the last like major
Mad Max
Globes? Yeah, but no, I wouldn't even put that in superhero. That was just like
fantasy.
futuristic.
It's fantasy.
Yeah, but
that's still the same genre.
The only superhero movie that I can think of that had somebody nominated in either one of those things was The Dark Knight, and that was for Heath Ledger. That was the only time that I could think of that somebody actually got nominated for that. And then before that, like the fantasy type thing, Star Wars?
Fantasies all the time. Lord of the Rings. I mean,
you're right. You're right about
fantasies
that.
all the time.
Avatar. Yeah.
Avatar.
You're
like,
right.
dude, it's.
You're right.
I mean, they got screwed.
Yeah.
They got screwed.
but superhero movies though usually aren't in that conversation.
But to get like best costume, get best special effects.
But if you go down and look, they are. If you go down and look, those ones will be.
Yeah. But they got shut out for all of it. Best director, best everything.
Yeah. Fredo's over there typing like that one, the GIF of the cat. It's pretty funny. Hey, but that reminds me, we're probably about a month away from doing our annual Oscar show.
I'm excited.
You know what movie I do want to see? I know we're talking about movies, but I'll be honest, I didn't really plan shit. And Rick has his quick hits here in a little bit, and fantasy football, whatever. So I'm just trying to kill some time here. The Shape of Water. I'm really interested in seeing that movie, man. That looks good.
I heard about that one.
Who is it? Benicio del Toro that did it. But that looks really strange. It looks like a underwater creature. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But Star Wars, we're all gonna go see Star Wars on Saturday.
Wars.
No spoilers. I swear to God, if anybody spoils it before we go watch it,
Danny.
Yeah, Dan. I already told him I'm watching it Saturday. I'm avoiding social media. I think I'll only do it long enough to set up our FanDuel contest on Friday. But I swear, if I hear anything from anybody, dude, you will.
Speaking of spoilers, did you watch Walking Dead?
Yeah, I did. I hate it, dude.
Yeah,
I hate it.
It fell very flat for me,
dude.
The face montage came back,
dude. Right? Every. That's how you know something stupid's gonna happen because it's just like here's some close-up shots of faces and everyone's doing their fake walk and their smile or whatever or
we
sad
got 5 minutes
face.
to kill. What should we do?
Yeah, that's all that it was, dude. Yeah. And it's been long enough now, dude. I mean, well, maybe not. It's
Spoiler
Tuesday.
alert.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. You can't. We'll just give that away. The faces are stupid.
I think it was an hour and 30 minutes of nothing.
Also, I don't like the way they killed off Carl.
Hey, he's not dead yet. I survived.
I don't usually watch The Talking Dead, but I did for this episode to kind of see. Like, I was so pissed off. I was like, where are they gonna how are they going to build this? They fucking loved it, talking this.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, dude. But the guy, Scott Gimple or whatever, he's like a producer on it, one of the writers.
He is the executive producer of that show, and everybody hates him.
Yeah, and he was saying that if you look at the episode where he saves the dude who, he gets bit there.
Yeah.
Basically, he's like, if you look at previous episodes, you'll see him get bit.
Still, man, like, usually when those guys go out, they go out in a blaze of glory, or they get really messed up, and this guy's just like, here's a little bite.
Well, you don't know what's going to happen He's gonna be on the season premiere.
He's dead.
No, he's gonna be on the season premiere.
I know, but he's gonna die.
But you don't know what he's gonna do. Like,
I already know what's gonna happen.
Because he's already dead.
Either Michonne or Rick are gonna have to kill him. That's what's gonna happen.
You don't know if he's actually gonna go into the sanctuary and try to kill Negan.
Oh, he could.
He's gonna be buddy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you know what sucks about that is I have people in my family that have read those damn books, and they've already told me, and I know they don't go off of it, but like I'm pretty sure where that direction is going, and it's gonna go that direction. So I already have an idea what the hell's gonna happen. The whole Carl thing, I like that idea, but I don't think it'll happen.
Well, that's because Carl's dying. Like, Carl doesn't die.
Maybe they'll have him kill one of the other guys, but the whole Negan thing...
I think Rick dies in the comic books and Carl takes over, if I'm not mistaken.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, so like this is happening.
But that's what I'm saying. Why would they kill off one of the guys? Because where do they go from there?
Because he's killing Negan.
I'll have to tell you this after the show, man. And I'll have to tell you away from Fredo, because Fredo will get pissed off.
I don't care.
Fredo's like the biggest Walking Dead fan ever. Should I just say it right now? Fuck it. Do you think anybody even gonna listen to this show?
Fast forward if you're like they've been fast forward.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds right now. Okay.
Just say
5.
Real quick.
Just say.
Okay, I gave him 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is they put him in jail in the comic books. They put Negan in jail. They keep him alive.
Yeah.
And they have him in jail. Mm-hmm. And basically he tries to like work together with him.
Carl?
No, with fucking what's his name? But see, even that's gonna screw with things. The guy with the stick.
Morgan.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be leaving the show.
Oh,
he's going to Fear the Walking Dead.
He die?
He's going to Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, because they're going to.
It's like crossover shit.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, they put him in jail and he stays in jail. And remember, that's his thing. He's like, I jail people and I try to heal them and all this other shit.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Yeah, but that's what they said.
Yeah.
Anyways, though. And we're back.
I think Carl's taking him out.
Yeah. Anyways, it sucks though. At this point, it sucks.
It just if he doesn't take him out, the whole thing will fall very flat.
Yeah. It's kind of like politics, you know. You just watch for the train wreck, and that's basically what.
Because Carl's arc as a character was great. Like people.
Wow, getting into his character arc.
Well, no, because as a kid, like I know most of it, and even I couldn't stand him as a little kid, and now he's like everybody loves him. Like he's you know he. You
didn't think he was the Dorbs?
No, you looked forward to to being.
Yeah, everybody wanted them to die.
Yeah, you looked forward to him being the next.
And then he won everybody over when he almost died trying to get that can of pudding.
And I think it was like shooting his mom.
Yeah.
Like that one was a big one. Like there's just a bunch of different little things that, you know, turned him into an actual likable character.
Yeah. I hope we just start off the beginning of next season with him crying, like Rick crying, just be like, Coral! You are going to kill my boy Coral! Because I'm pretty much, I'm guaranteeing, I don't want to guarantee, well, yeah, I'm guaranteeing it. It's going to start off with a cross with that stupid fucking hat hanging on it. That's what's going to happen. Because that's what they do. Coral. That's what he says. All right, moving on from Walking Dead. Shit, we talked about that way too long. Thanks a lot, Rick. Go watch Get Out. GTP. FanDuel. We had it going on.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't get page 2 this time, but first of all, we got to say congratulations. 3 weeks in a row now.
3?
Gridiron Gods.
Ooh.
I don't know what you're doing, buddy, but you were putting up some, at least for what we've seen, some monster scores. He scored 150 again.
Jesus.
It's either the luckiest run of all time or he's going somewhere else for information. Because my lineups have been middle of the pack. Rick scored 140. But I don't think Rick used anybody from his sit, start, and sneaky. I think he went like Bizarro World on it and did the opposite of it all. And he's just like, whoa, 140.
I've been putting up numbers like the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah. Fredo was, he would have been last place, but he wasn't.
Almost.
And that honor goes to Cesar.
You're a loser.
Cesar, you're a loser, man.
How's Valdez though been doing?
I think he was above Fredo. Wow. If he was even in it.
If I remember seeing him.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I think he has a star next to his name now, so it was either him or Jordan. I don't know which one it was.
Valdez, though, has a star?
Yeah.
Holy shit. How you get them stars?
I don't know, dude. I think you have to like sign up for something and like play it. You know,
You pay for
play
it.
like a big one.
Is
Oh,
it
you
like-
might.
You have to play X amount of lineups. I think it's like 300.
Yeah, but dude, I've played a lot of lineups on there.
Lineups.
Free games. We did NBA pretty much every single week. We've done NFL every week before that.
We've done at least 100 of
We
them.
did MLB in there for 1 year.
MLB?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
So let's just say we've done at least 2 years worth with ourselves here. 104. Maybe. But Valdez, though, signed up late, and he didn't have a star.
Valdez, though.
Maybe he's putting up big money. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. But anyways, I don't know what you're doing up there, Gridiron, but you can always come on to the show and share it with us, unless it's... I'm telling you, I think he's getting it from somewhere else. So he's giving us other people's information.
Yeah.
Because Fredo tried to be our go-to guy, but you can't be the go-to guy if you're always going in last place.
Yeah. Getting mollywopped.
Well, no, the thing is that he had that one good week, and he's all, I think I found my calling.
And then ever since then.
Oh, man.
This is my daily
It's all good,
lineup,
though.
guys.
But I think Fredo needs something to cheer him up, because he's been coming in last place quite a bit. Is there anything that you could think of that might cheer Fredo up right now?
Maybe.
Fredo, do you like cute things?
I love cute things.
Do you love cute animals?
Animals are right.
Just all right.
They're right.
Well, then I guess this isn't really going to cheer you up. All right, Riggs, let's go ahead and start it.
And now it's time for Rick's Cute Animal Facts.
Caterpillars.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Caterpillars. This caterpillar has a lot in common with Roy Moore, potential senator in Alabama.
Okay.
This masked birch caterpillar is a pepper grain-sized insect, and it uses its anal drumming to beckon other caterpillars, young caterpillars, into its shelter.
So, Roy Moore is a caterpillar.
What do you guys think that anal drumming sounds like?
I mean, like, you have to... Okay.
You smacking your lips.
Because you said that, and all I was thinking was, dong. Like, you have to picture yourself being a caterpillar and being able to hear that noise. So it's, boom. Yeah. I don't know. But what about that noise would be like, I need to go in there. So you got to think about it.
They just bump their butts on the ground and hope to get young caterpillars.
Maybe they got a cool little bass line and just boom, boom, boom.
They have a rhythm to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Twerking caterpillars?
What?
Twerking caterpillars.
I want to hear that back. I want to know if you said that right.
I just said it wrong.
Trekking cappers.
Caterpillar. I always thought it was... it's just never a word that like I see all the time. So I always thought it was caterpillars, and people who were saying it caterpillars.
Well, when I first met you, you'd always say capitillars.
Capitillars. I'm like, it's caterpillars.
Hey, Mike, did you see that caterpillar over there?
Caterpillar?
Yeah.
It's caterpillars.
Yeah.
I thought that was just like a hick way of saying it. No. You know how like hicks put R's where they shouldn't be R's?
Caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
Well, because we'd say like caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
Yeah.
Caterpillar?
Yeah.
You know what it could be
What
too?
if there's two different ones? What if there's caterpillars and caterpillars?
Maybe, but I was going to say, you know what it could be too? Because like the way my parents, they're from Boston, they don't pronounce their R's.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this place, a restaurant we used to go to in Boston. It's called Santarpios, Santarpios. But because the way my parents always say it is Santapios, so I always thought it was Santapios with no R for the longest time until I saw it and was like, there's a fucking R there. You guys just teaching me because you're fucking... No wonder why you fucking...
But I mean, go ahead.
Caterpillar.
Oh, okay.
Caterpillar.
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 Long ass fucking intro for the damn thing.
But it's like around here, it's the norm. It's not just some people.
Warsh.
There's a lot of people who say moonies.
Moonies.
And it's like there's no It's Mooney.
Mooney's.
It's Mooney Grove.
Mooney. It's Mooney. Mooney.
Yeah,
Monies?
but Mooney.
Money?
Monies.
But a lot of people say Moonies. Mm-hmm. And it's like, there's no S on there.
There's no IES.
Yeah.
It's a completely different word.
Well, I think they're not saying it like IES. I think that they're
Apostrophe S.
like it belongs to Mooney.
Yeah, it's possessive.
Yeah. It's like, no, it's just Mooney Grove Park. It's Mooney Boulevard.
Yeah.
You know, not Mooney's Grove.
Mooney's Boulevard.
Yeah.
That's my favorite, Mooney's Boulevard.
Let's go Crows Moon. Let's go Crows. Let's go Cruise Moonies. Like a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Canberry?
Canberry.
We're gonna stay away from that one.
Canberry eggs.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, let's move on. Rick, you got quick hits for us this week?
Maybe.
Let's see what you got.
Okay. University of Oklahoma quarterback Baker Mayfield wins the 2017 Heisman Trophy. Former ESPN personality Herm Edwards is named head coach of Arizona State.
Do you believe that he didn't know they were the Sun Devils?
No, I think he was just making a joke.
No, dude, they was that was serious what he said though, dude.
He knows.
I think he knows that it was a Sun Devil, but I don't think it registered in his head that there was something called like the Devil Digest.
Yeah,
and he was just like, devils, better stay away from me. I'm a Christian.
He was making a joke. I think.
I don't know, man. I think you give too much credit to Herm Edwards.
Okay. Miami Marlins. This is just pathetic. Trade outfielder Juan Carlos Stanton to the Yankees for.
Yeah.
LeVar Ball says LeAngelo, LeBron, LaMelo, whatever you want to call both of them. His two sons have signed deals with professional teams in Lithuania. Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz tears his ACL and will be done for the season, and most of his 2018 season is in jeopardy. It's a 9 to 12 month injury. It happened in December. I mean, October, November is the best.
Does it heal slower because it's winter?
No. Weirdo. Washington Redskins tight end Jordan Reed has been placed on the IR with a hammy, and he is done for the season.
When the fuck is that guy never on the IR?
Yep.
He should be on the IR for the rest of his career.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah, you should give it up. And in Florida, a woman gets caught peeing in public on Thanksgiving.
You can't give yourself the Mario punch, the Little Mac punch, dude.
Give myself whatever I want.
The Mario punch. He does look so much like Mario.
Yeah.
It's me, Luigi.
Dude, you know what sucks, man, is that LeAngelo or LaMelo? LaMelo's the good, the other good
LaMelo's
brother.
the younger one, yeah.
He's the one that was also going to go to UCLA. It's like this little thing they had worked out. LeAngelo was just there because his last name was Ball and it was like part of the thing, you know. Like
They got Lonzo and they got
Yeah.
LaMelo because they got
So he was good enough to go play at UCLA, but there was going to be nothing else for him. So then he gets into that trouble in China, comes back, doesn't want to deal with it. His dad pulls him out. Then his dad pulls his other son, the actual one who has a chance to be good, like Lonzo, LaMelo. I'm sorry, there's so many fucking L's. So he decommits from UCLA, pulls him out of high school. They're going to go play pro overseas. Fine. LaMelo actually has a chance to be a good basketball player, and he could have signed with a better team in Lithuania that's not considered the D League of Lithuania. But because his dad's selling him as a package deal, the only thing that they could get was this D-League type team in Lithuania to sign them both. So not only is LeAngelo bringing down the Ball name, I guess, for what he did over there, but he's bringing down his younger brother's chances of being really good because he has that potential, because his dad is assisting him on bringing him down by making him go sign with the D-League team when he himself could have gone and signed with one of the actual professional teams in Lithuania before he gets drafted in the NBA. All because he had to sell him as a package deal. Get the ball, boys.
Yep.
You want the ball? I was. Fredo walked in today. He's like, "What are you watching?" I said, "I'm watching LeVar Ball act like an idiot."
Yep.
Because they're playing the Knicks tonight, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And,
Lakers and Knicks.
You know,
On
they just,
ESPN.
they just had a little thing where Lamar, sorry, whatever the fucking ball.
LeVar.
The son who's in the NBA. I'll just
Lonzo.
fucking say that. Lonzo, yes. God, I fucking hate their names. Lonzo hits a three, goes down, gets it back, drives the lane, hits a little layup, left-handed. Nice sequence for him. But of course, the camera doesn't focus on him because they're looking at LeVar on the sideline, acting like an idiot, up and jumping and bouncing around. I'm finally getting to the point where I'm sick and tired of this guy's fucking act. Not because of what he's doing on the sidelines, but because of what he's doing to
His son.
Lil LaMelo.
Lil Mello.
Yeah.
Instead of LaMelo, Lil.
Idiot.
The fact that he's willing to ruin that kid's career for the other kid who all the scouts have already said. And basketball is a different sport. In basketball, they find these kids when they're tiny.
Eighth grade.
Like, you're going to be a fucking star
Eighth
someday.
grade.
Yeah, and they offer him up all this shit. They take him to the AAUs. They do all this. LiAngelo was just brought along for the ride. He knows it, but he's still trying to sell it like this kid's supposed to be a fucking top 10 pick in the NBA draft.
Yep.
When everybody's telling him he has no chance, we don't want him on a D-League team, nothing. He's not that skilled. The other one is fucked now. Because they're killing his chances of ever developing that type of game.
Well, because they're seeing how he acts with Lonzo, then it's going to be like, well, what fuck? Do we want him on two teams? Do we want two of his sons, three of his sons on teams? Do we want him having his hand in all this shit? Like, nah, he's fucking ruining it for everybody.
Yeah. You feel bad for that kid. Even though he seems like he's an asshole himself. They say LaMelo
or Lonzo?
LaMelo. They say he's an asshole. He's the one that
look at
dropped
his
the
dad.
N-word.
Look at his dad.
He wasn't even allowed on the Raw. Remember that? When they were on Raw? They didn't have LiAngelo there.
No, so LiAngelo's the one who's a dick.
No, LiAngelo is the one who's ruining it for LaMelo.
Yeah.
And
who's the asshole?
Who the asshole?
Who the asshole?
LaMelo's the asshole. Remember, he was the one that was on Raw and he dropped the N-bomb.
Oh.
And even before that, they're like, "You're gonna love this kid. He's the actual outgoing ball."
Yeah.
And now he's just a little punk kid who's like, "Okay, man, but he still could be a good basketball player, but not anymore." Thanks a lot, LeVar.
He's ruined his kids.
LiAngelo.
It's a blessing.
He's Cooper Manning.
Cooper Manning.
Yep. The Manning you're never going to hear about. Hey, I was disappointed. Last week on this show, we told you world-class fight.
Oh, yes.
Lomachenko, Rigondeaux. Turned out to be a poop fest.
You picked the guy who quit, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And the worst part about it is, I don't know if you guys saw this. He quit in the sixth round. He quit after he was deducted points for holding. So today it comes out, he doesn't have a broken hand.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
He just quit.
Yep.
He has a bruise.
Yeah.
He has a bruise in his hand.
Yep,
Which I'm sure happens all the time when you fight. Like, it's every fighter walks away from a fight with bruised hands.
Very disappointing, man. Very disappointing. It sucks, too. Because he's a good fighter, but he did step up quite a bit to take on this fight. But still, man, like, you quit like that in a fight that you were calling for.
Oh, he's done.
Dude, who's gonna ask this guy to fight again?
Who's gonna promote him?
Yeah. Who's gonna get him back in the ring? Who wants to watch him fight after that? ESPN pushed that fight hard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like they were on different platforms telling people to go watch it. It was actually had a little bit of buzz, which you don't really see outside of the big pay-per-view fights.
It's one of those
on
like
Twitter
fantasy, it was one of those
Facebook.
fantasy fights.
Yeah. I mean, they were saying that like when it's all said and done, just because of the skill set and the skill level of both these guys, that this could be a fight that we're talking about a decade from now, you know? Mm-hmm. But no, we're going to forget about it.
Real flat.
Yeah, real frat.
Real frat.
Dan Ralph was mad about it.
Raphael.
Dan Raphael?
Dan Ralph.
Raphael. He can pronounce it how the fuck he wants. I know how that word's pronounced. Raphael.
Okay, Ricard.
Okay.
I'm going to say Ricard.
Okay.
The mic.
Mike. Dude, I feel like, because I'll listen to the show back in pieces,
Fredo.
and I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that stupid ball talk because I was struggling so hard with those names.
That was
man.
bad.
Yeah. And it's not even that like, oh,
We need
man.
like cue cards.
Yeah. No, it's like with their faces on it. Yeah. This is. But still, they're all la something. You know what is this Sunday, and I just don't even know what's going on with it? Clash of
I was
Champions.
gonna say, yeah.
I only know that they made a tag team match, and that's it. That's all I know.
Well,
What am I missing out on here?
Clash of Champions. All the champions wrestle.
Oh yeah. Well, that usually happens all the time too.
That's why
anyway.
I don't. That's why I don't
Yeah.
get like the whole Clash.
But like, is Mojo fighting what's his face?
Like Clash of Champions to me
cares?
would be like a Survivor Series, like where the champions meet. That's Clash of Champions
Yeah.
to me.
Now it's just clash of people on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jinder Mahal and
Jinder Mahal.
AJ Styles. I would have said let's get Gilbert and Joe or just one of them or whoever onto the show to talk about it. But then I was just like, okay, whatever. Can you go down the list because I have no idea what's going
Yeah,
on.
Flair versus Natalia, lumberjack match.
Lumber woman match, Lumber Jill.
I guess they have a lumberjack.
Oh,
On
okay.
A lumberjill.
Yeah, dude, that's so funny because as everybody knows, anybody who's known me for a while, I have no shame in admitting this. I like watching wife swap. And
You want to be on that show.
they do. I do.
They do.
I always tell that, like, if there's a girl I'm interested in or something like that, I always tell them, I hope you have no problem that if one day, because we ever get the opportunity, let's just say in the way future, if we ever had the opportunity to go on wife swap, would you be down? This is a killer right here. This is a killer. And that's why I'm still single. No, but anyways, I was always laughing about it because there was one episode where they had this family that was considered lumberjacks, but she was so offended because they would call her lumberjacks. And she's like, I'm a lumberjill. But anyways, go ahead, Fredo.
A lumberjam.
You got Nakamura and Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn with Shane McMahon as the referee.
Oh, my God. Dude, you know what would be great in that match? Shane turns on them and goes with Kevin. And
Not gonna happen.
Or Daniel Bryan comes down, beats up Shane McMahon, joins those two. Yep, mark it down. Shit writes itself.
They're saying Daniel Bryan should be wrestling.
Yeah, we got that from an old name that you might remember, Matt News.
Yeah.
Matt News gave us that update via someone.
Someone.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, and then you got the tags: the Usos versus New Day versus Chad Gable and Sheldon Benjamin
Okay, that match.
versus Rusev and Aiden English.
That match has potential. Then, like usually when they put like a clusterfuck together like that, it's usually pretty good because everyone's doing just spots all the time.
Then Baron Corbin versus Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler for the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they doing? Because I have no idea what they're really doing with Bobby Roode. I have no idea what they're really doing with Nakamura.
SmackDown fell off.
Yeah, it really
SmackDown
did.
was like better than Raw
Yeah.
at one point, and it just
Yeah.
Raw's kicking ass.
Yeah, Raw's been pretty good.
You like last week's?
Yeah, it was good. This past week's was actually pretty good as well.
Matt Hardy. You like the Matt Hardy?
Yeah, I'm loving it. Dude. I'm loving it right now.
The laugh.
Yeah, because like when he was in TNA doing that whole thing, I mean, I knew about it and I saw clips. I actually made a point to watch Final Deletion and then the other deletion one that they had. I think that's what it was called, but it was just so weird, dude. It was so weird. And then the Wyatts tried to copy it, or not necessarily the Wyatts. It was the WWE that tried to copy that whole thing. But those two going at it, talking on the mic, man, that's gonna be perfect. The way they're doing it is great. How they're like breaking it
Back
in and stuff
forth,
like that.
yeah.
That damn laugh. It has that feel of like. I would put that up against Fashion Files and be like, that's like the in between filler that are like the two big, things that are
Fashion
going
Files
on.
has been amazing.
Yeah.
Day one been amazing.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Like, there's like maybe 3 matches on there that I'd be interested in seeing, but even then, I'm kind of like, meh.
Final battle Friday.
Yeah, that's true. It's coming out.
That's what Matt News. I was looking to see if he broke some Matt News.
Yeah, but no, he was just asking what we're doing.
Yeah.
We need to figure something. We got to start getting into it. I mean, we're going to that one in March, so got to start paying attention to that. Rick, you got a hockey minute for us before we jump into fantasy football?
I actually do.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Okay. Well, the Calgary Hitmen of the WHL had their annual teddy bear blizzard this last weekend. Have you guys seen the video of it?
I saw the video, yeah.
No.
Check it out. Google Calgary teddy bear blizzard. Pretty cool, actually. It's actually really, really cool. What they do is, after a goal, they have all the fans throw teddy bears out onto the ice, and they donate those teddy bears to agencies and charities locally throughout Calgary, for Christmas and everything like that. They've been doing it for 23 years, since 1995. They have raised $347,948 teddy bears.
Wow.
Okay? Just this last weekend when they did it. How many do you think have you heard how many they threw?
No, I didn't. Let's just say 7,000.
24,605.
Boom. What if that's a cheater? But I mean, 24,000. They threw. I mean, when you look at Google it, check it out. When you see the pictures, I mean, it's literally like just the whole ice is, and the guys are just trying to get them. They're covered in teddy bears.
Yeah.
Like, it was just an awesome video, awesome sight.
And they were having the time of their lives.
They were, but.
No way, is this the 10-minute loop? Oh, man.
10 hour.
Oh, 10 hours? Oh, shit, dude. Imagine listening to that for 10 hours.
That's torture. Like, if you were to do that for 10 hours to somebody, like, tie them down and make them listen to that shit, they'd go crazy.
Hey, you want to put together a 10-hour loop with the Gilbert laughs?
No.
That'd be
Maybe
funny,
when I get
though.
my new internet, I can upload videos. Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
No, that was really it. I just wanted to, charity, 'tis the season.
Yeah.
Teddy bears, Toys for Tots, if you could get one out there, throw some toys out there for the kids.
All right, cool, man. All right, let's move on to some fantasy football. Let's get that, Fredo.
Oh, shit.
Now let's talk some fantasy.
Wolf ball.
Oh, shit. All right. Hopefully you guys made it past the first week of the playoffs. And if you're just starting your playoffs this week, you guys are still fucking weird to me. I just don't get it. But, yeah. Week 15. Semifinals. It's crunch time, baby. So many people were led there by Carson Wentz, and we all know what happened, as Rick said in his quick hits. So, yeah, that really sucks, man. Yeah. That really sucks. But a couple names that still might be available out there that could help you out this week. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G.
He's out there.
Jimmy Grops.
Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles is starting to look like a franchise quarterback now?
No.
No.
Now?
No.
How about now?
No.
You know who's always good for one freak game every once in a while, and he really hasn't had that big game yet?
Eli Manning.
Nah, he doesn't look like
done.
anything. He's done in New York at least. He's going to go somewhere else and play. But Joe Flacco, to me, because he always has that one game during the playoffs where you're like, dude, should have played Joe Flacco. I think that's this week.
Is he in your start, sit, sleep?
No, he isn't.
He's giving you a bonus.
And then there's Nick Foles. If you're willing to take that chance, don't really know what to expect from the guy because really the only time that we saw him and got an extensive look at him was in the Chip Kelly offense. And he's not in that offense anymore. He's with Doug Peterson. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. He's got all the weapons, obviously.
One, like they do run-pass options with Wentz. They're not going to be doing run-pass options with Foles. He doesn't think quick enough for that.
Yeah, remember when they tried to do, like, after they figured him out, they were trying to do that with him in that Philly offense, and it just didn't work. Nope. So that's what it is. If you're looking for a running back, Wayne Gallman, he's kind of taken over from that Orleans Darkwood thing ever since Ben McAdoo got in there.
McAdoo?
I believe he put up like 16 PPR points last week, now that they're actually giving him a good little chunk of the carries. I have Mike Davis on here, but apparently he hurt his ribs in last week's game, so they're questioning whether or not he's going to be able to play. But if he does play, pick him up. Kerwin Williams, he's been running as the number 1 in Arizona. And did Adrian Peterson go on IR, or is he just still out?
He's out.
He's out. Yeah, I haven't seen anything as far as IR.
How about Tariq Cohen? They've actually started utilizing him again, and he might get you some of those points in the return game, touchdown-wise, because he's always looking like he's about to break one now. So get Tariq Cohen back in here. He's starting to get in there. 50% of the snaps last week. They finally realized Benny Cunningham, Benny Poo-Poos. Rod Smith, I still think that Alfred Morris is the lead dog for this last week, but he did out-produce him as far as yardage goes. You could take the shot on him. They play the Raiders this week, so you just never know with that team because they like to give it up to everybody.
If you have both of them and you're handcuffed and whatever, I wouldn't mind playing both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, last week you would have gotten 40 points between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. And Peyton Barber. They benched Doug Martin last week.
Oh, no.
And Peyton Barber took over, and he actually looked pretty good. But, yeah, you might want to pick him up, put him in there, see what happens. But keep up on what they're saying about Doug Martin because you just don't know. But like I said, they benched him. Wide receiver Marquise Goodwin. He's been doing it with Jimmy G.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing their thing. Dede Westbrook, I'm super high on this kid. He's so talented, and he's starting to get his run. He's starting to look really, really good. He turns those little short passes into chunk plays. So he could actually be a starter for you at this point. Corey Coleman, with Josh Gordon back, especially, he's getting that side of the field opened up. He's not the top dog, and he should have never been the top dog. The plan was to always team him up with Gordon, but Gordon, we all know his story. He's back, so we'll see what happens with him. And at tight end, this one is only if Zach Ertz is out, but Trey Burton. Trey Burton has looked good the past 2 weeks with Zach Ertz being out with his concussion. They said he has a chance to play this week, but since they have the division wrapped up, maybe they sit him and they let Trey Burton get some play. You never know.
And Trey Burton
and
Foles probably have something going because they both are second team, so they probably have. He's actually my start.
Oh, he's your start?
He's my start for the week.
Oh, well, I guess we just got a spoiler because he's my sneaky. All right, so anyways, let's move on. Sit, start, and sneaky plays of the week. We'll start off at quarterback. Who are you sitting at quarterback, Rick?
Alex Smith. They are playing the Chargers. He hasn't looked good the last few weeks. Even with the win last week, he only put up, 12 fantasy points. It did not look good for him. If they're going to win, they're going to rely on the run game. It's going to be a Kareem Hunt day because the Chargers' defense is actually really, really good. Mm-hmm. So, I'm sitting Alex Smith.
They're 7-2 in their last
9 games.
So, yeah.
They have a chance to win the division.
Yep. And I'm sitting Derek Carr, or as I like to call him now, Derek Carbage.
Ooh. Got garbage in your mouth.
Yep. He just looks scared on a weekly basis. He refuses to push the football downfield. He's underperformed against defenses that have been torched. And I know that they're at home and they're against the Cowboys this week, and they give up a lot of points to quarterbacks. But I just don't trust him, man. He hasn't looked good. Maybe last year was a fluke. There, I said it. But yes, sit Derek Carr. He just is not looking good at all. Who are you starting?
Dak Prescott against those Oakland Raiders. They like to give up points to quarterbacks, and Dak the last 2 weeks has been hot. I would have won. I had one of my fantasy leagues if I would have played him. I didn't. I lose.
I'm going with Matt Ryan. I know I said a couple weeks back that I'd never go with him again, but I did. I just did. He's coming off that rough game against the Saints on Thursday. Those 3 interceptions, and one of them just a horrible throw to Julio in the end zone. But they're giving him 10 days now to prepare for the Buccaneers defense, and that defense is Swiss cheese. They give up the 8th most points to quarterbacks. I say play Matt Ryan. Play him with confidence. Who's your sneaky play of the week?
Deshaun Kaiser. He's looked good. We've talked about it 5 out of the last 6 weeks, putting up QB1 numbers, put up another, 23 this last week. And they're playing the Ravens. I know the Ravens have the best, I think or second best pass defense in the league. But no Jimmy Smith, and we saw what they look like without Jimmy Smith, and we've seen what they look like without Jimmy Smith before.
Yeah,
he is a shutdown corner, and their defense is not as good without him. I feel comfortable playing. If you need him, go for it.
I was actually gonna go with him as well with that, but just because it's still the Ravens, I was like, we'll see what happens. So I kind of avoided it, but I'm not disagreeing with you on it because I had the same kind of vibe on him. Plus, he's been looking really good. We made it a point 2 weeks ago to start watching them play actually, because we're both fans of Deshaun Kaiser, and they got the weapons that they have going now surrounding them. That offense looks like it could be something. Yeah. That team actually looks like it could be something. They're just missing the little things right now.
His thing coming out was accuracy. I mean, you've seen it. He puts it on the numbers in stride. He makes great throws. Yeah, he might not be accurate 100% of the time like a Brady or a Breeze. He might not have that level of accuracy. But, man, a
lot of quarterbacks don't, though.
Yeah, but he makes some great throws.
Yeah. I'm going with Jimmy Garoppolo as my sneaky play. He's looking really comfortable now in that Kyle Shanahan offense. The touchdowns, they haven't been there, but I'm expecting him to reward you guys with, get this, 3 touchdowns this week against the Titans at home.
Wow.
Get him going.
He was my sneaky last week, and didn't I say 2 touchdowns?
I think he had 1, like a pick. Yeah. But I think he gets you those touchdowns this week.
I said 2. He didn't get it.
All right, let's go running back. Who are you sitting?
The Jets.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I mean, it's if it's Forte playing, I'm not playing him. If Forte's not playing, I'm not playing Powell. McGuire is meh. So.
Yeah. This is weird. This is going to be a hard one because some people took him in the first round, but I'm saying sit Melvin Gordon this Thursday against the Chiefs. First of all, I don't like Thursday night games. I've fallen for that way too many times.
Hate fucking Thursday night games.
He's been giving you 10 plus, but it's been like 11, 12,
he got 15
14
last week.
But they played this Saturday. Sorry, I said Thursday, but they played this Saturday against the Chiefs at Arrowhead, who, while they give up points away from Arrowhead, are still tough at home. And I have a feeling with that secondary, the way that it has been playing, regardless of what they did to the Raiders last week, because that's just the Raiders sucking. Darrelle Revis is not back, folks.
No.
And Phillip Rivers has been on fire, and I think they're going to be throwing the football a lot. So I say, if you have a better option than Melvin Gordon, which I know he's still a running back one, but there are better options than Melvin Gordon at this point. And you're trying to win football games, so sometimes you got to take that chance. This is the chance you got to take.
Should Phillip Rivers be considered into the MVP discussion?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that team's been so good lately, man. You can't just go based on the record at this point. Although, like we just said, 7-2 last 9 games.
And look what he's meant to them.
Yep. So yeah, he has to be in that conversation, especially now with Wentz out. Like that opens up that spot for him to slide right up in there. It's probably going to go to Brady, but at this point, how could it not be Antonio Brown? I don't know how it's not Antonio Brown.
I mean, even Big Ben deserves discussion. Yeah, he had that shitty first half, but they were losing, and then he's turned it around. And when I traded for him, I was looking to tank. I mean, he was looking like he was borderline ready to retire halfway through the season, and then Juju Smith-Schuster comes in and just opens him up, and now he's Big Ben again.
Yeah. All right. So who are you starting at running back?
Devontae Freeman. They're playing Tampa Bay, who you talked about. Coleman is in concussion protocol. Even if he does pass and suits up for the game, I really don't anticipate them giving him the ball a lot. It'll be a Devontae Freeman day.
Yeah. I'm saying Alfred Morris. The yardage from last week, it doesn't show it, but he actually out-touched Rod Smith. Rod Smith did all of his damage in the fourth quarter when the game was getting out of control. This is the last game of the Zeke suspension, and the Raiders just allowed Kareem Hunt to get right against him, and they are just terrible. Morris goes for 102 touchdowns. Mark it down against the Raiders. Mark it. Who's your sneaky play?
It was Mike Davis. You talked about how the ribs, but again,
Yeah.
if he plays, he's the man.
Yeah. I'm saying Deion Lewis, the Pats, they're coming off that Monday night
He's
loss.
not sneaky though.
No, he's sneaky. Dude, Rex Burkhead's taking over, man. You know that. You're an owner of his, and you're a fan of the team. But the reason I'm saying that is because they get the Steelers. And the Steelers, they have a damn good defense. And Lewis caught all 5 of his targets last week. And with Gronk back drawing attention, I think he's going to be the beneficiary of those dink and dunks underneath.
And I think that, okay, so he could have a good game just because Shazier's out and that linebacker core is a mess. Mm-hmm. Since look what they gave up against the Ravens.
Because Shazier went out and then his backup went out.
Yeah. And they're just a mess right now.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to wide receiver. Who are you sitting?
Sterling Shepard. It just looks terrible, especially if Eli's going to be playing. He's been bad. If Geno Smith plays, it might be an upgrade to Eli, but that's not saying very much.
Yeah.
The kid's a stud, but that's just a hot garbage mess over there.
Yeah. I'm saying Robbie Anderson. He's been a solid wide receiver, too, for the past couple of weeks. He had that little string of games there where he scored a touchdown in 6 straight. But Josh McCown, he's out for the year with a broken hand. And we're going to get a look at Bryce Petty. And I know Bryce Petty can throw the long ball, but until I see what they can actually do together, it's kind of hard to trust putting him in there because Bryce Petty could just be all poo-poos after that. Yeah. So,
and he should be shadowed by Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, so
potential rookie of the year.
Yeah, so it's not a good situation for Robbie Anderson. I'm saying sit him. Who are you starting?
Josh Gordon. He's back, folks.
Yeah, obviously.
He's back. Touchdown last week. I just think it just keeps getting better and better. We talked about the Ravens, but Jimmy Smith is out. They have a rookie over there. Even if they put their third-year corner over on the other side on him, it's not going to look good. Josh Gordon's going to have a day.
Yeah. I am saying Devin Funches. Rough week against the Vikings last week. He had the touchdown, but that was a fluke touchdown. But things are going to get easy for him. He's at home against the Packers. Their secondary is banged up, and they already give up the 4th most points to wide receivers. I think he's going to have a huge game. So make sure he's in your lineups. He probably is already, but if you were second guessing it, get him in there.
So your running back was one of my guys. Your wide receiver was one of my guys.
From what?
TSB. Oh, not TSB, Pigskin.
For what?
Your starts. Your wide receiver was Funches. That's my receiver. Your running back was...
In TSB?
Lewis. No, Pigskin. My running back was... Alfred Morris. 3 guys.
On your fantasy team?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I can't start them all because I got other guys.
Okay. Good for you, man.
Oh, shit.
All right, who's your sneaky wide receiver play?
Oh, you gonna have my guy too on this one?
Who do I have?
Stop it, Cupid Eric.
Wait.
Nick Foles.
It's wide receiver.
Oh.
Dontrell Inman.
Cooper Kupp.
They are playing... Where's my Bears?
Where my Bears?
My Bears.
Dontrell Inman?
Yeah, just Dontrell Inman. The Bears aren't on here. What the fuck?
Where the Bears?
The Bears at?
All right, well, while you're looking for that, I'm saying Marquise Goodwin. Had him there last week. Going to keep him there again. Him and Garoppolo have a good thing going. The Titans, good matchup for them. I think he gets that elusive TD because he's been putting up yards in a PPR league. Yeah, that might be a little something. But, yeah, Marquise Goodwin. He's your sneaky play of the week at wide receiver. Tight end, who you sitting?
Delaney Walker. Titans' offenses just look terrible. Mariota's look terrible. He's hurt, and yeah.
I'm saying sit Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Been on a slump. Josh McCown's out. Have to see what it looks like with Petty. Can't take that chance against the Saints. So, yeah, ASJ gave you those couple good weeks. Enjoy them while they lasted. But for right now, Austin Seferian-Jenkins is off the charts. So who you starting at tight end?
If you talked about it, Zach Ertz is out. I am starting Trey Burton.
Okay. Well, I'm starting Jack Doyle. They play Thursday night. They play Thursday night at home against the Broncos. They give up the 5th most points to tight ends. They're coming off that snow game, and I believe he scored a touchdown in that game.
And he's always looking
And
Jack
yeah, they get back at home against the no-fly zone. But I think he has a good game going because Jacoby been known to check down to him. So Jack Doyle, start him.
Jack Doyle.
And finally, who's your sneaky play?
David Njoku with Josh Gordon back, with Corey Coleman back. He's really opened it up for him. He's looked really good. I think he finds the end zone this week.
Yeah. And I am saying your start, Trey Burton, as my sneaky play. If Zach Ertz play, like he said, tight end, backup quarterback's best friend, like we said earlier. And they were together all the time on the second team, like you just said a little while ago. So they've been working together all season long. And if Zach Ertz doesn't play, Trey Burton will be a nice option for you. So those are our sit, start, and sneaky plays of Week 15, the second week of the NFL fantasy football playoffs. First
playoffs?
week. Yeah.
Don't talk about playoffs.
Yeah,
You
no.
kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Yeah. That's what I was hoping too.
Yep.
Couldn't pull it off. Whatever. All right. So anybody got anything to add?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
We're gonna be back next week.
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
It means what?
No worries
For what?
the rest of your days.
What days?
It's a problem-free philosophy.
Apple bought Shazam.
You were gonna say apple bottom jeans.
Boots with the fur.
All right. So I think that's gonna do it for us. Good luck out there this week if you're still alive in those playoffs.
Playoffs.
Happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah
yeah.
started.
Happy Hanukkah.
Today I thought it was tomorrow.
I thought it was yesterday.
Happy Hanukkah, Ivanka Trump.
Tomorrow.
So like, never mind.
You're lighting candles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up because I want to get home and see what happened in Alabama. You
Kill.
know, I already know what happened in Alabama. But yeah, be sure to be on the lookout for our GTP FanDuel contest. Why don't you go over and listen to the guys at the Podcast Express? I don't even know if they're still doing a show. I haven't seen anything, and I was going to ask them, and I just keep on forgetting. But if not, go listen to what they've already made, and I'm sure Class of the Champions is coming out, so they'll probably be putting something out, some kind of preview on it. If they retired, then, never mind. But until then, follow them at the Pod Express, at Joe Gilbert 1992, and at Get Up Mike. Yeah, that's going to do it for us this week. So for Rick and for Fredo, I am Mike, your Fantasy Football Hall of Famer. Thanks for tuning in.
100 episodes.
100 episodes, yay! Tune in next week and we'll try and do better. Bye.
Bye.